So we're off out again. This time you'll be happy to hear we're not going to a beach. Unless you like the beach ones, then sorry. We're chasing waterfalls. It's middle of the day. Not great light, might even rain to be honest. So still want to get out. But yeah, waterfalls are perfect because you don't need fantastic light. And the problem is, obviously because we're back up in Cumbria, stuff like this. I know, right? Bloody farmers. Just messing. Should be a good day. I love taking pictures of waterfalls. It's a lot of fun. Generally get my feet wet. Nothing on purpose. But yeah, generally get my feet wet. Got my waders. So that should be good. So hopefully get right in. First place we're going is Ashgill Force. Or Ashgill Force. Then we've got a couple others planned. I've never been there, but we'll kind of see how we get on and just play it by ear really. Looking forward to it. Now I just kind of need to get past these. Taking a while. So I am here. I think. Just parked up. And I think where I need to go is just down there. I have no idea how to get there. Looks like maybe a path kind of leading down, whether it goes through somebody's property, I do not know. But I'll have a look and have a bit of a wander. Even a lot of people. On my own, but I'm never alone. On a road to wherever I want. And you see, I go with the wind, the places I've been, I keep them within. Holding on to a feeling so strong. Right, so we are here. Not a bad sized waterfall. What makes it quite cool is the bridge going above it as well. I think I'm going to have to take a couple of shots, like a panoramic, just to try and get the whole thing in. There's a couple of guys here already. Looks like you obviously go behind the waterfall as well, which is quite cool. Don't know if I'll be able to actually use it as an image. Maybe got some kind of like cool selfie or something. I'm just going to do like I normally do, have a look around. I'm not going to take any pictures yet, just have a look around, kind of familiarise myself, see if I can work a couple of things out. Right, let me just explain basically what I'm doing here. Because there's so much room between basically what I'm using in the foreground, which is just basically a small waterfall. It's basically a trickle, but what it does, it leads your eye through the image. I mean, you've got the waterfall at the back and then the bridge going across it. Everything's dead in the middle. If you talk to anybody about composition, they'll say don't centre it, don't centre it. But basically, if you know the rules of composition, you can break them. Nothing wrong with putting anything in the middle, as long as you do it right. Going back to what I was saying before about getting everything in shot, and to be honest, getting eaten by images as well, because they're absolutely bloody everywhere. I've got to take one, then I take the next one, and then one basically looking up. That's so I can get the whole range. I'm too close to the waterfall to get it all into one shot. If anybody actually follows me anyway, you'll basically know that I do like to do a lot of panoramics. I like to use a lot of foreground, basically leading your eye through the image. So that's what I'm doing here. So this is my first image. I'm doing like I normally do. I will be bracketing the image, just so I've got everything. The sky's a little bit bright as well, so that's why I'll be doing that, just so I make sure I'm not blowing out all the highlights. I don't have any like white parts. I'll probably use a shutter speed maybe about 1.5 seconds. But see what that does, it smooths the water just a little bit, and you've still got a little bit of movement in it. You don't want it completely smooth, because then it doesn't quite look right. Basically it just looks like a glass of milk, and it's a bit funny. So I still want a little bit of movement. And that's basically about it. It's actually a fairly simple image. In terms of composition, in terms of lighting, in terms of kind of what I will be doing in editing as well. But anyway, I'm going to take this image and I'll show you guys in a second. Well, it was starting to rain. Now the sun's coming out. It's your typical Cumbrian weather. But get used to it. Nice place. Really nice place. But I think the main winners are the damn midges. I think we've probably taken about a gallon of my blood. Maybe a slight exaggeration. Look, I know that shot's cliched, the whole kind of standard going over the sty or through the fence shot, but I like it. God, just give me a break. Ta. Basically just pulled over, it's just quite funny. Obviously, I love Cumbria and I love growing up obviously where I did. It's a beautiful place, but it is a bit backwards sometimes. Just crossed over the border, into Teesdale, and the minute I crossed over, my phone goes absolutely mental. Obviously signals back in the 21st century. And it just kind of makes me laugh. As you say, it is 10 years behind, but it is in some parts. Like I say, in the middle of nowhere now. And Teesdale still manages, obviously County Durham, still manages to get a signal right up here, but Cumbria doesn't for some reason. It's great. Next place is basically by Waterfalls. Waterfalls Falls. You get that right. Not actually going to low force or high force, because the amount of cars are outside, I think it's going to be a bit too busy. So it was a nice bit of a walk, and there's other waterfalls apparently. So I'm just going to look, take all my gear and see what I come up with. See if I can find anything. If I can't, it's always nice being out. I seem to say that quite often. Probably need to have a bit more confidence in myself if I say that quite often. It's almost like I'm kind of very defeatist already. If I find something, see how it works out. Fingers crossed, that kind of thing. I need to stop saying that. But yeah. Oh, spotted some water. You can hear the waterfall, and I can also hear people. That's what Photoshop was invented for, though, wasn't it? Yes. Can't really do much with this one. You see, this is the viewing platform. Can't get anywhere close to where we need to be, which is right down there. So this is a no. Basically try to compose this shot. It's not really working. Basically there's a big pool just here in the foreground. So it's just a big spot of dead space. It doesn't really work for me. what I need to do, well, what I should have done, is actually put my wellies on and got a little bit closer, because there's basically a waterfall and there's a separate ledge. Basically we're going to use the separate ledge as basically the foreground interest. Right, so all I've done is actually moved 2 feet to the left and used like these bits of jagged rock just so I've got something in the foreground. It should work because it's a nice kind of V shape leading you into the next set, which again leads you into the next set. What I'm going to have to do here, because this is really close to my camera, I'm going to have to focus stack. Like, I know I mentioned that a few times, but you focus stack basically because you can't get everything in focus at once. If something's very close, like under a couple of meters, you need to focus on that, and then generally focus in the middle, and then focus at the back. Put them all together. It takes a couple of minutes in Photoshop, it's actually really simple. But that's all focus stacking is, if anybody mentions it to you. It sounds cool, but it's actually a very, very simple technique. So yeah, I'm going to use this tiny set as my main kind of arc in the bottom. So I'm going to get them now, and then hopefully you'll see the image in just a second. And that is that. To be honest, I really hope you kind of enjoyed the images. I kind of really hope you've enjoyed the channel so far, if you have watched a couple of my other things. Feel free to leave any comments if you like. Subscribe, of course, if you're not. Well, yeah, comments will be welcome, whether good, bad, what you think I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, what works, what doesn't. You get the idea. But again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you like the images. If you do, head on over to my website, get a better look at them, and even buy your own prints. Thank you, bye.